Hi guys, this is Grizzly. So I'm gonna share with you the latest patch notes of the day regarding PoE 2. And I'm not gonna go into details since it's a huge list. I'm gonna start with the hot topic for today, which is the destruction and the whole obliteration of the Stormweaver build, which is like, I believe it's the most popular right now. So whoever hasn't played it or don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. You have a sorcerer that deals cold damage, runs through the map. It's a glass cannon thing, but it kills everything on its way. So right now, with the current day changes, you're a sorcerer, you deal cold damage, you run through the map, but you're just glass without cannon. So you die. And okay, on a more serious note now, they've basically nerfed the support gem that enabled the home mechanic, which allowed you like to spam these comets that do shit ton of damage every 2 seconds or so. And now we can no longer do it. I mean, you can still do it, but it will take way longer to trigger those, like at least 5 to 6 times longer. So if you're used to just running around and blasting comets everywhere, now you cannot do it. Anyway, this is interesting. I mean, I'm not sure how GGG decided to nerf to the ground this build. I mean, okay, it was a bit overperforming. You might say it's gonna be interesting for you guys to let me know, please. What do you think about this change? But I believe that GGG won't really like the outcome, and I mean the community will just we'll just request it to at least turn it up a bit again. I mean, maybe they shouldn't leave it as it was, but at least maybe something in the middle that could still be efficient and enjoyable to play with. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what's going on and with what's gonna happen. Uh, Another thing is I'd like to discuss is some of these changes here. Some of them I mean most of them, to be honest, I find fair. For example, the first one, which allows you to block blockable hits from all directions, not just the direction you're facing. Since, come on, I mean, I'm a warrior. I like to just dive into the crown of packs and just kill them. And I'm stacking defenses. I'm not only stacking damage, of course, and I want to be able to somehow tank some of the damage, not just the one coming in front of me. Anyway, so another thing here is player size is now set to 0 units while dodging rolling instead of 1 unit. Okay, well this error occurred like a couple of days ago and they kind of found a temporary solution. For those of you who are not aware, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. You're in a fight and you're in the middle of a pack. Suddenly there's like 120 beetles around you and you cannot move, you can't do anything. Especially, I mean, except if you're like a warrior and you can just jump around them with using leaf slam or something like this. Otherwise, if you're a stormweaver, I mean, you can't really do anything unless pray to kill them before they kill you. So, uh, they come up with a solution to reduce the unit size to 1 so they don't take that much of a place around, and whenever there's a tiny gap, even if it's the teeny tiny gap where you can barely pass, you can still use it. So this is how you were able to get away from packs. Anyway, so now they set it to 0, so I'm not entirely sure what this means. Does this mean that I can just move on hither, or I can just dodge roll on hither through enemies, or what? But We're gonna test it soon. Uh, what else? Some smaller monsters can be pushed while dodge rolling. I believe this is fair. Come on, I mean, you can't get stuck when where there's like 10 times smaller mob in front of you, and you can just I mean, come on, you can just kick it and move forward. What else? I want to discuss maybe, I don't know, Rain of Arrows and Firestorm change seems interesting. Uh, Even though it's not really a huge deal of a thing, since what they did is basically they were reducing the range of the area of the skills. So now you don't cover like 1/3 of the map, you cover less. Uh, to be honest with you, I haven't really played the build, so I don't really know. So there you go. We're gonna find out. I doubt this is gonna. I mean, if this is gonna be an issue for most players. So moving on, we see that they've buffed the leech. I think this is fair since I've been playing warrior and I've stuck some leech, and I want to, you know, unga bunga all the targets without just having to keep my eyes on my, uh, life pool all the time. So I really want that sustain while in combat and just keep the fight. And whoever of you don't know, but warrior is very tanky. I agree. It's all overperforming to many people, but it's really slow and it's really clunky. And sometimes I am just, sitting like this waiting for my animation to cast. For example, the perfect strike, whenever I channel, it channels for like 5 seconds and you feel like you're the one who's like chilled or frozen. So yeah, those things they take time. So um, I'm happy that they buffed the armor break duration for this point, for this reason, because it used to be like 6 seconds and you were barely able to cast like two attacks. I mean, to make two attacks on it, on the mob or the boss. And now if it's 12 seconds, I mean, come on, it's fair. You can do like a few more. So Bone Shatter is also fixed because you were used to just smash with Bone Shatter and there was no enemy there. So now it's a little bit more aligned to the target. So I think this is fair. I believe there's still a lot of things that needs improvement in this direction. So because uh, you know many times I've tried to attack or just to travel with a certain skill using my cursor, but whenever I do this, it doesn't really happen, and it's just randomly picking some other target or mob or whatever. So it's gonna be interesting. We expect reworks on those stuff. There are some other small features, like for example the uh, market exchange vendor. You can now hold control, left click, and you're gonna open the currency exchange market. Another thing is that they've added a shortcut button here right under the toggle between above or below ground button on the right side of the map. Of course, you cannot access it right away. You have to be on a waypoint. That's very important, but I believe it's a common sense thing. Anyway, so what else? They've added some art, like some images tied to some of the gems or items in game. You can now sell runes for more gold, not just one gold. Not that I'm actually, I mean, most of the people won't be selling runes. They'll find a way to trade them or to find some use of them. Uh, so yeah, they changed a bit the audio of the pets. This was a bit annoying, by the way, because sometimes you can overhear the pets a little bit too often, especially when you're fighting or uh, or you're doing a map or something like this. Um, so yeah, I mean, those are most of the stuff. I said I won't be going way too much into detail. a lot of bug fixes. That's a good list. Uh, Again, it's gonna be really interesting while we get to the whole discussion with GGG regarding the nerf of trigger gems and energy gain. So I'm pretty sure that they're gonna react quickly to this, and it seems like they're really attentive to their community. And so far, maybe except this thing here, everything else has been for the better. All right, guys, so that would be it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I'm a new streamer, so you'll find the link to my Twitch, and you'll pretty soon be able to uh come and join some of my streams. I'll be happy to, just to chat with you and to mess around. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and cheers.